My name is Muhammad Haikal bin Jamil. I'm a clinical psychologist and founder of Impossible Psychological Services. I'd like to address common questions that people may have about how they can cope with this current situation. The reduced quality of interaction with our loved ones are bound to affect our mental health. Most important step in overcoming social isolation is actually to continue being connected to your loved ones. We're quite relatively lucky to live in a time where technology has enabled us to overcome distance, to be in touch with one another. At the individual level, being in touch with your feelings and needs are also important. So acknowledge if you are actually experiencing negative emotions such as sadness, worry or frustration. In fact, I'll say give yourself the permission to experience these things. Remember, these are normal reactions to abnormal situation that we are in. Keep your daily routine to create a degree of consistency and normalcy in your life. Get up from bed at the usual time, have a shower before you start from work, even though you are tempted not to. Keep your meal times, exercise and follow your strict routines. Exercise is one thing that I would recommend because it reduces your stress hormones like cortisol, adrenaline, and it will also increase your endorphins, which improves your mood. Dedicate physical boundaries which you consider to be your personal or private space, such as your work desk. Tell people they are not allowed to be there at certain times of the day. So if you are someone who needs to have time at your own during lunch to recharge your social battery during normal circumstances, continue to take time for yourself. It's much better that you are there with your family for some time and generating positive vibes instead of being there all the time and being miserable. I'll also encourage you to keep the family engaged and entertained. Do something physical together. I've seen parents who have used household furniture to build obstacle courses for their children, engage in baking, or whatever that suits the needs of your family members. The elderly, I think they are mostly affected by the uncertainty and confusion around the situation. Have honest discussions with them and do not downplay their worries. Keep the elderly active and engaged at home. It's easy for them to fall into the routine of not doing anything. Children may not understand why they can't go to school to meet their friends, or they may also feel the lack of support from their teachers or friends. Try to keep them to the routine when they go to school as much as possible. I've seen parents, who are worried about balancing their own work as well as trying to guide their children in their schoolwork and thinking that, I'm not going to do a good job. Acknowledge that you don't have to be as good as the teacher and utilize your strengths to teach your children beyond the academic. Dedicate boundaries for when you are supposed to do your work and for the children to do their schoolwork. Set a timetable where they are allowed to play, and when they are playing, you are supposed to do your own work, and then there'll be times where you have to set aside for you to coach them. Try to balance the responsibilities with your partner, with your spouse, so that it's not just one person who is managing the children by themselves.